in either the WhatsApp platform or the Telegram channel. I'll be beginning at the moment. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this wonderful training, secret and code of Forex Trading with brown money. So, since you people are hearing me, I'm gonna be muting everybody again. And then, if you want to speak, and if you've been using this Telegram for a while, you're gonna check. You see, there's an option that you can actually request to speak. So once I see your request, I'm gonna accept it and I'm gonna allow you to speak. So because of the background voices, I will be muting everybody. So the signal is going to be very clear and everyone will be able to hear me. So like I said, if there's any challenge, just let us know in the WhatsApp group. Hope it's cool. All right, so good evening guys. Welcome to Code and Secret of Forex Trading and with brown money. I'm very happy for this time that I'll be having with you guys. You people are gonna pardon me for a while. For those of you who have my contact on WhatsApp and if you've been following my updates for today, you will see that today was not really a good day, but we still give thanks to God. And because we had already fixed this stuff on the ground, it had to hold. So there was no option to cancel it because I know most of you were already prepared to speak and to learn and to ask your questions. So I'm very happy. There's no African time. I'll be trying to contain everything, let's say 30 to 45 minutes, and then we'll see how much we can do within the available time. So once again, I welcome all of you to Secret and Code of the Forex Market with brown money. This particular meeting is for members of King's Forex. If you are here and you're not in our WhatsApp platform, you'll be having difficulties understanding a lot of things because we have been having some kind of indoor house-to-house talk and some training, and most of those things are what we'll be handling right here. So um, we'll be starting right away. You know, a lot of us here in the group, some of us are novices, some of us have been trading for a couple of times, some of us have been trading for months, and some of us have been trading for years. I don't know if there's anyone here that have been trading for up to a decade, but this is a very, very rare opportunity because the title of this training, Secret and Code, that I'm talking about, they are actually secret and there are a lot of things that you're not going to be opportune to be hearing out there. What I'll be doing tonight is demystifying and decoding to you people a lot of stuff that after this training you might never get to hear about it again. I don't know if we are going to have any other training like this again, but this is a heart-to-heart talk, and I want you people to take everything I'm going to be saying here, take it very serious. If I were you, I'll have my writing materials. I'll put a lot of these things down because these were the things I discovered. And these were the things that personally changed my trading career and every one of us here in King's Forex for good. So someone is asking why we are not seeing the meeting is going to be just an audio session. I'm not really it's not going to be a video session. I was supposed to be sharing screen and all that stuff, but because of the newbies and everybody, understand some of us here are complete novices. So there were some things I was supposed to talk about that I don't want to delve into, so I won't end up confusing more persons. So I'll try to keep it as simple and as easy as this is going to be. So I'll be talking about a few things. For those of us in the WhatsApp group, you understand brokers manipulation because we started talking about it for some time now. I think earlier this morning or yesterday, I dropped an illustration on brokers manipulation. And we're going to talk about news. We're going to talk about fundamentals and news and fundamentals, how you can apply it to be successful your trading career. If there's time, we're going to talk about the myths of stop loss, what brokers know and what they do that most traders they don't know. And then we're going to talk about trading materials, how you can actually source for trading materials, under which we're going to cover your mentorship and whether you're choosing a mentor or you're choosing an influencer. Now, for those of you that are already traders, maybe you're an amateur, a veteran, or a professional, and for those of you too that are also novices, you have to take everything I'm going to be saying here into, like, take it into your heart, because there's a way it's going to change your trading career to a very, very large scale of profitability. And these are things that we find out late. Some of them we were able to get them on time, and they really helped our trading career. So if you know all these things and you know the things we're gonna be talking about, it's gonna help you. Now, the forex market. One thing you have to know is that the forex market out there is like, I would say it's like relationship, or let me just say it's like your social media, like a social media platform. Why do I say the forex market is like a social media platform, or it's like a relationship? Is because there are many people pouring out their opinions, pouring out their thoughts, pouring out anything they want to say. There are people advising you from what they read from books. People are advising you from what they watch from videos, which they never applied. And people are coaching you from their experiences. Some are coaching you from their experiences in a live account. Some are coaching you from their experiences in the demo account. And there are some people that are even posting trades online, luring people for mentorship, and um, you get to realize that most of these people they don't even know anything about forex. They don't even trade forex at all. I don't intend to, though it's a secret, and it's a secret class with the aim of exposing a lot of stuff. But most of the things I'll be doing, I'll try as much as possible not to be calling people's name and referring to people's handles. But there are a lot of top forex gurus, top forex people that are out there that you might ascribe to them as mentors. But if I tell you what those people are actually doing, maybe a lot of you guys, um, you're going to be shocked that so these people can actually do this kind of a thing. So we'll be talking about the role of a broker. Like most of my greatest outbreak breakthrough in the forex market came in when we started understanding how the brokers work. If you want to explain so much about the broker, it's going to take a lot of time, and it is a very deep topic that we are going to still talk about and expand on it very well. But if you don't understand how your broker works and who your broker is to you, it's one of the things that is going to affect your trading success. Hope you guys are hearing me. So I dropped an illustration. Let me start from there. I dropped an illustration in our WhatsApp channel. I think it was earlier this morning. Now, different brokers have their different the different quoting methods. Now, let me start with for those of us that are complete novices, and you can do some research on your own, or you subscribe for training and mentorship. Your broker is like a middleman between you and the forex market. You don't have the license to trade the forex market directly. So the role of your broker is like the role of your Nigerian bank. You understand? So your bank does the execution. They help you to handle your transaction. So if you wanted to send money from wherever you are to somebody somewhere, you needed an intermediary, you needed a mediator, a middleman to handle that transaction for you. So that is where the bank comes in. So you give the bank the money, they execute the transaction, and you trust them that the money is going to get to the person you're sending it to. That is why before you sign up for with any broker, just like you do with your bank, you have to verify your identity and verify a lot of things, just like you verify you with your bank, and then they work with you. So that is, I'm just trying to give you the brief interface for you to be able to understand who your broker is and how your broker works. So your broker operates like over the counter. A lot of people think that brokers are highly regulated and all those stuff. And that is true to an extent. There is a level of regulation and that your broker has before it can actually come out to identify his or herself as a broker. But if you want to be successful in your trading career, one of the first things that you have to do when you have started learning, before you ever think of going live and funding your money, you have to do due diligence. You have to sit back, do a lot of research, and be very sure of the broker that you want to be using for your trade, because the broker, like as regards to the popular opinion, may not really be subject to many rules that ensure the safety of your money. So if something that should happen, that your broker will have to shut down or anything like that, they could go off with your money. And the truth be told is that there are lots of scam brokers out there. I know of some of these fraudulent guys who are now into broker stuff and all those things, deceiving people and then taking off their money. So you have to be very, very careful. Do your research very well. Be sure of the broker that you are using before you actually decide to trade with any broker at all, any broker at all. So that is it for a broker. Then you have to understand how your broker works, how your broker works. Now, if I want to teach on that, it's going to take a lot of time. There's a way your broker executes your transaction. There's an A book execution, there's a B book execution, there's a C book execution, there are hybrid execution. There are a lot of executions depending on the broker, but from the little research we were able to do, we understood and we were able to find out that a lot of brokers, majority of the brokers, they actually use the B book execution. Now, I don't want to make it sound so complex so that the beginners, the novices in the house will be able to flow along with us. But what your broker knows is that there's a statistic on ground. Now, what does this statistics say? The statistics is very factual that at least about 75 to 90% of the people that trade the forex market, they lose their money. So in fact, there's even a 90 90 90 90 slash 90 slash 90 rule, and this rule states that 90% of new traders lose their money in 90 days. 90% of new traders, they lose their money in 90 days. So this is a very, very factual statistics, and it is actually very true and is very legit. So your one of the ways your broker makes money, in fact, the primary way that your broker is supposed to be making money from you as a trader is from the spread. Now, for the novices in the house, the spread is the commission. Okay, first some brokers they charge direct commission, and then some brokers they use spread. Now it's simply like I said, your broker is like the bank. So just liken it to all those charges that your bank do charge you for transacting with them. So they can charge you for their ATM card, charge you for bank transfer, sales services, all those extra charges. So that is like the primary way and the main way that your broker is supposed to profit from you. But now, since your broker is an intermediary and between you and the main forex market, so it means that your trades are being executed. Those trades that you take with your broker are being executed by your broker on the main market. So what happens is that there's a statistics on ground, and then your broker is aware that out of the 100 persons that are coming in to join my platform, that 90% do lose their money. So it means your broker um, actually cannot um, make money standing with you or standing with your trade. So what most broker do, like I said, there are different executions, different way they do their execution. We can elaborate on that, but um, the majority, over 90% of them, they choose the B-book execution. And how does the B-book execution work? Your broker takes the opposite of your entries. So if you're buying a particular pay, your broker is selling it. So every transaction that is going on is your broker is going on the negative, because they know that at the end of the day, about 75 to 90% of what you're taking is going to be on the losing side. So your broker is always going to end up winning. So when you place your entries and all the stuff, your broker places an opposite entry with the liquidity market. So your losing in the market is the profit to your broker. So it is when you understand, this is the bedrock of everything we are going to be talking about today. And when you understand this thing, it's going to help your trading career. Now, I posted in the WhatsApp group this morning that the broker is never your friend. The broker is not your friend. So they try as much as possible. You see, your broker goes extra mile, and a lot of them coming up FBS. You see all the promotions. They try as much as possible. Octa FX, all these people, they are always everywhere. They want to get new traders. They want to get people to join their platform, because you're coming in is business for them. They know you're coming in to lose money. If they get hundreds of new clients, they know that 90% they are going to be losing money with them. So they can go the extra mile to do these adverts, do these things, and then get people to join their platform. And then you come in, and then I told you the way they execute your trades. So they can lure you in, give you bonus stock, give you bonus packages. ABS have been doing so well, doing a lot of promotional new level bonus, get you in, and then you come in, you start losing money, and they start gaining. I hope everyone is hearing me. All right. So whoever is coughing, let me mute you. Okay. So I hope we are all listening. So you have to understand the role of your broker in regards to your success as a forex trader. So that is how basically how most of the brokers work. That's why you see them go out of their way and try to lure you into the Forex market for you to come in, and because the statistics are always true and they don't lie. So you have to understand this stuff. So this is the first thing that you need to know about how your broker makes money from you. So I talk about the fact that they make money from charging you direct commissions, charging you spreads, and then the next thing is they begin to execute the opposite of your trade. And then when you lose in the platform, that is when they make money, because any trade you take, your broker is taking the opposite of that in the liquidity with the liquidity provider. So then apart from this one again is the one I talked about in the group. Now, even with this, most brokers they still go extra mile to manipulate the market. Now, with if you check that screenshot I saw, you saw how disastrous. In fact, if you have to calculate how many pips that week was extended by tariff, you would have seen that it would have been impossible for anyone, whether you set stop loss or whatever, whether you were even selling, the market would have kicked you back, kicked you out on both positions. That is pure price manipulation. Now, you're not going to blame them or blame any of them, because all brokers they have their different quoting methods. So that is why I told you you have to do your due diligence in researching. It is your responsibility, not any other person's responsibility. Your mentor can help you recommend a good broker. That is very good. Then it is also your responsibility to check for the spread. Every broker they have their different spread, they have their different quoting this thing. In fact, a time is going to come, I'm going to shock you people. There, there are some brokers that they even have different candlesticks formation on some time frames, but a lot of people are not aware. So I used to, because we have guys that trade. I told you people in King's Forex, we are using the King's Forex and sniper strategy to trade now because it has been very powerful, it has been consistent, and we have been using it. For those of you that has been with us for at least a year, you can attest to how this strategy has been powerful in providing very accurate signals. So the strategy has been wonderful, but we had a lot of persons came coming into Kings Forex. Some were ICT traders. We had some that were candlesticks traders and price action and the rest. So we had to study and we started trading with different brokers. You know, when you are trading, I trade with prop firms. A lot of you know what prop firms are. So we trade with prop firms. We have live accounts running, and sometimes we are running the same trade. Now that was how we were able to begin to spot most of this manipulation and most of these things that were happening. Like most of you, you won't really have the funds to maybe have up to like 3, 4 different accounts with different brokers, and then you fund it, and then you are taking one trade here, you're managing the same trade here, you're managing the same trade. Like I was talking about, most of you that have been with Kings Forex for a while, there was a time we were doing account management. So you will be trading a particular account that is in, but we are not doing account management on currencies anymore because they are prop firms. So you can be talking about, you can be managing accounts with this thing, Hot Forex Global, XNS is there, and Ava Trade, and then you're coming in and then you were kicked out on the reef, but you're still on, and then you use the same stop loss, you use the same stuff, the same parameters. So that was when we started spotting those manipulations. And Deriv is one of the most deadliest broker that I won't advise anybody to trade currency with. If you want to trade currency, you can trade it with any other broker that we can recommend to you, but don't trade currency on Deriv. And I think we did justice to that in the WhatsApp group, of which I'll still show you people a lot more illustration. So there are a lot of things to talk about. Time is running fast, and like I said, I don't want this to take so much of our time. So I'll try to be running as fast as possible. So that is it for the broadcast. Though there are a lot more to say, but I want us to just try to maximize time and talk into other things. You know, throughout your journey as a trader. Now, this is another particular thing that you have to take note. I said I'll be talking about news and fundamentals and all those stuff. Now, throughout your journey as a trader, you're going to be seeing a lot of things, especially on the internet. Like I said, it's a very open space where people drop their comments, their opinion, and a lot of things. So you'll be seeing people, strong advocates for different things. So there are persons that will be so much advocating for technical analysis. Somebody is going to tell you without technical analysis, in fact, technical analysis is everything. Another person will be telling you is fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis is this. And then another person will be coming to tell you, is psychological analysis. If it is not psychological analysis, it's rubbish. And you're going to meet these different kinds of people which are going to be mad advocates for different things. But I'd like to tell you a little story about myself. I personally, I was a very strong advocate for price action, and then when I started trading with this strategy we are using, I became a very strong advocate for this thing, technical analysis. I was somebody that I didn't believe at all in fundamentals. I didn't believe in news. I believe everything was, as long as the strategy gave us entry, we are always entering and then we're always making money. Until NFP, most of you that know NFP did me shit. It was until NFP did me shit. Now NFP news for some time now has been a little bit reasonable, but that particular NFP took out everybody from all positions. Whether you were buying, whether you were selling, it went high, spiked up, spiked down, and then when the news ended, the thing returned back to the initial price that it was. So I learned my bitter lesson from NFP. Now you have to realize, now this is another secret that you have to realize. A lot of persons will not tell you this. most of the people online, they will be telling you a lot of things. Go for technical analysis. Others will tell you go for fundamentals. Others will tell you it's your trading psychology that matters. But you have to realize that trading is not the way people are talking about it like that. I want you to have this mindset and see forex trading as a battle. Forex trading is like a battlefield. Now you cannot wake up and wake up one morning and then because you are motivated, okay, you have the right mindset, you know that I cannot be afraid, I'm not this, I can win this battle. Just because you're motivated, you have the right mindset, and then you just wake up and then you are going to a battlefield. I don't know if somebody gets what I'm saying. So you have to be prepared. Now, when I mean prepared, you have to be physically prepared. You have to have the combat skills. You need your weapons. You understand? You know how to use those weapons. You have to be trained as a warrior. Now, that is the part of technical analysis. That is what technical analysis does for you in the market. So when you're learning how to analyze the market, that is what that is the part of this thing forex. That is a part of battle that you are learning. So you learn how to combat, you learn how to use your weapons, you learn how to analyze the market, you learn how to check for supply, demand. All these things you're doing in technical analysis are actually you preparing yourself, giving yourself the capacity. Now, after you've done this, as a good warrior, you begin to gather information. You need to know where is your target, where is your target going to meet, at what time is your target coming, which positions. For those of you that are Christians, you read your Bible, you see how battles were always fought in the Old Testament. So you begin to gather those information. Now, this is the part of fundamental analysis. You understand? And then you get to the battlefield, and then you see your enemy, you have the courage and you have what it takes to confront your enemy. Now, this is where your psychology comes in. But you can't tell me that you can come in and stand fearlessly and begin to confront your enemy or confront who you want to war with without you having confidence that you are fully prepared for this. So I wonder how people used to say that only psychology is the reason why we have to make we can make profits in trading by just psychological analysis, because your psychological analysis can only matter when you have a sound technical background. So it is your confidence in your trading style, your confidence in your analysis, your confidence in your trading strategy that is going to determine how courageous and is going to determine the decisions that you're going to make when you now interface the real market. Let's say you enter the market, sometimes we take off and we take an entry and there are drawdowns. The market did not go immediately in your direction. Sometimes we do what they call DCA. We have different styles that we do teach people that use our strategy. So because of the confidence that you have first in your analysis, this is what will make you stand and know how to um, go through and sell through the market and earn in profits. So if you're not sound, you cannot, there's no way you can just come into the market, because this is not gambling. Like I said, Forex is not a casino. So you need to give yourself to proper learning. Don't allow anybody to deceive you that you don't need to learn. You need to learn technical analysis. And then you cannot just trade on technical analysis alone. You need to combine technical analysis with fundamental analysis. Now people have different way they trade their fundamentals. There are some people that are purely fundamental traders. So they check economic calendars, they go through, they have their sources, they know where they get their information from. But here in Kings Forex, we always drop fundamentals every morning. If you people can remember, there's one of the admins always doing that for you people. And I believe one of the next training we'll be having is going to be teaching the people in details how you can make use of that website and how you can access fundamentals and apply it to your trading success. But then you have to understand that these fundamentals, the way we use it in King's Forest now, we use it as a cautionary tool for our trade. Now we know that we have a good technical background. We have our strategy that works very well for us. Now, one of the only thing that has the capacity to disrupt our trading strategy is fundamentals. Fundamentals can come at any time and they can disrupt. Just imagine somebody saying you don't respond, you don't respect fundamentals, it's fake, is this, and you people in the group, you have been seeing what news have been doing for the past week, and it has been practical. We post it before time, and when the time comes, you see the effect that it has in the market. So there are some people that trade fundamentals, and then if you're on the good side, you make a lot of money. But like I told you, it is not gambling. So if you're not sure by your analysis, by your technical analysis, when you mesh them together, this is what gives you the sound psychological background for you to stand and withstand whatever is going to happen. So forex trading is like a three-legged stool, like a three-legged stool. You have the fundamental one side, you have the technical one side, and you have the psychological analysis, or you can call it sentiment analysis on the other leg. So if any of the leg is out, you're going to have problem being in this market as a successful trader for the long term. Yes, a lot of people have survived short term, make some quick money, and then the market got it back from there. But if we are talking to you from King's Forex, we are talking to long-term traders, people that want to be in this market for years, people that want to be here in the next 10, 20, 30 years to come, 50 years. A lot of us, we don't have any other thing that we want to do, any other job. This is our career. We are into Forex and we are in for good. So if you know you want to last in this thing long term, you are going to apply all these things that we are telling you. Don't allow anybody to put pressure on you to tell you that technical analysis is this fundamental. Everything you need these three things to be very, very successful in the forex market. I hope everybody is getting what I'm saying. I'm trying to be fast because we're supposed to give time for stop loss and time for questions, so that you people can ask some questions. And then I've talked about broadcast manipulation now. I've talked about the the news fundamentals, technical analysis, sentiment analysis, how you can apply them. Then I'm gonna drop a very powerful secret now. This is another secret that you're gonna be learning. I told you guys that everything that we are gonna be saying, these are like your foundational keys to success in forex. And if you can keep this secret and keep them tight, the build up of every other thing you'll be learning, your decisions, even for those of you that have not started yet, this is gonna guide you on how to start your forex career without stress. A lot of people started by eating a lot of junks. I used to, especially people that go on YouTube consuming courses from everywhere. You eat a lot of junks and you have issues now learning the right things because you first have to unlearn the things that you were taught before. You understand? Now, this brings us to the next thing the next thing I want to talk about. Though I wanted to talk about stop loss, but because of time, let me first talk about your how this information gets to us. I talked about the fact that the broker is not actually your friend because some of them, I told you how they make their money and by you losing and others, and some of them that go extra mile to even manipulate your trades. Now, brokers also, for those of you that are learning on YouTube. Now, I'm not saying that there are no good forex traders. There are some very, very good guys on YouTube that I could recommend to you to learn forex from. At least the basics of forex, at least the basics. They can do you well. And YouTube is a very good platform that teaches very sound. But when you want to learn something like forex, like I told you before, it's like the internet, it's like marriage, like relationship that people are just pouring out their opinions, pouring out their thoughts. So when you start learning from one person, learning here and learning here, you begin to confuse yourself. You get confused. So one of the best things that is going to happen to you to speed up your trading career is for you to choose a mentor, get a very good mentor, and then it will skyrocket your learning process. Now, a lot of the people that you see doing materials on YouTube and most of these social media platforms, they are not actually people that you would be taking up as mentors because what most of them are doing, they are purely influencers. Yes, they are influencers. Now, how? A lot of them are influencing for brokers. Do you know that brokers pay a lot of these people to come out and drop most of these junk? Now let me bust your bubble a bit. Okay, okay. Um, a lot of the things that let me do something here for this is for those of us that has been trading already. Do you know that if you should sit down and you evaluate your trade, you're gonna see something. Most of the times, you're not totally wrong. There are most of your trades that always go well. There are most of your trades, let's say majority, over 50%, more than 60% at times, eventually goes in your direction. And then if you do some other analysis, you could see that most of your trades, majority of your losing trades are actually a result of your stop loss hits. Most of them hit your stop loss. Now you have to be able to train your mentality to debunk a lot of things that you have learned for you to be successful in this field. Now there's a concept of even resistance and support that has been taught in forex trading that is even one of the reasons why people are losing money in forex trading. So they determine where you set your stop loss, and then they have a database for those of you that are ICT traders, and you have learned about I've forgotten the full meaning, CEO exit commission of traders, something like that, where they can actually access the general entries by all the traders on all the stuff. So they know all the places you guys are setting stop loss, and then they strip you people off, and then after that, the market eventually goes in your direction, and you begin to cry that the market hits your stop loss. Now you have to realize that as far as forex trading is concerned, most of the materials, the very first set of materials that were published in this industry were actually published from brokers. So brokers release the very first set of trading materials. And most of those materials that people have been consuming is the reason why a lot of people are making a lot of losses. I don't want you to think and believe that your broker that is making money from your losses can actually come out to give you materials, real materials for you to trade and become successful. In fact, your most brokers, that's why I warn you people so much about Deriv. Deriv is one of the most intelligent and smart broker. ABS gives you the opportunity to set your demo trading capital for those of you that trade with ABS. So you can even set $100 in your demo and you can use it to practice. But what Deriv does is that it gives you a default 10,000 US dollars. Now, what are they doing? They are damaging you. They are damaging you because they know that most traders, over 90% of the traders, cannot afford a starting life capital of $10,000. So when you begin to play around, you begin to build all those bad behaviors. I see most traders, the people that are trading with demo, you're using heavy lot size, 3 lot size, 4 lot size, 5 lot size. You're using heavy lot size. You put a trade, you will leave it because it is not your real money. So you are not emotionally in yoke with the trade. You are not concerned. You are not attached. You leave it, and then what they are helping you do while you are learning your technical analysis, they are helping you to destroy your psychological, your sentiment analysis because your broker is very much aware that you cannot be successful in the forex market by technical analysis alone. These things I'm teaching you are, I don't want to tell some of you how I got them, but some of them I got them from some persons that have actually worked with these people. You understand? So your broker knows, your broker is very much aware. You cannot survive and be successful in this forex market just by technical analysis alone. So what your broker does with that demo account that is giving to you is giving you a platform for you to master your technical analysis. And then after you've played around, you've mastered your technical analysis, you build confidence that you are very good. You now come into the real market and then you see that you begin to lose trades massively. Now that is where I told you that you can't make money alone trading one part of analysis. You need to combine everything together. So this is also the reason why a lot of people on their extreme came out to start condemning demo. Demo is this, demo is this, but that is wrong. It's just the wisdom and the intelligence. You have to be very, very smart. Now, for a broker like ABS that I recommended, that gives you the ability to choose your capital. You cannot just start trading or learning forex with a live account. You're going to be, in fact, you will not last because you're going to lose so much money that at the end of the day, you have to give up. So you must start your trading and practice with a demo account. But then again, you need to be intelligent and smart. use a demo account. Any amount of money that you know you will not be able to afford in a live account, don't use it on your demo. If you know that when you want to start trading live, you will be starting with $100, make sure you are starting your demo trade with $100. Any risk management plan that you had that you wanted to use or you were supposed to use in your live account, make sure that is what you're using in your demo account. Use those lot size and be very, very disciplined and intentional with your trade. Don't just trade carelessly and leave it because it's not your real money. You can actually train your mentality, train yourself like Christian was speaking in the group, how he learns with demo. It is discipline. You can discipline yourself. Every one of us here in King Forex, we started with demo. You can't just start trading with a live account, but you have to discipline yourself that after you have funded that capital, that gotten that particular capital that you want to start your trading career, see it as your real money. So be very, very intentional. Don't just be careless, leave the trades there and go and make sure that as you're building your technical analysis, as you're getting sound with that, you're also building your psychological analysis. So these are the things that will make you just graduate from a demo account, you enter a live account, and you will not have any issues. You'll be trading very well because you have been building this habit. So never underestimate the power of bad habits in a demo account. Any habit you're building in a demo account is going to automatically follow you to a live account. There are most of you that forget to that don't set stop loss on your demo account. And then when you start trading live, you begin to see that you have difficulties setting stop loss. You forget. Not as if you don't want to set, but you forget setting your stop loss. So any character, anything, because psychological sentiment trade has to do with your personality. It is when it is you yourself, your personality begins to reflect in the market. If you're greedy, it will show in the market. If you are a fearful person, it will reflect in the market. If you are a careless person, it's gonna reflect in the market. So you get. So every character that you have. So that is why when you're trading your demo, you have to take into cognizance the fact that you are building both your technical analysis, your fundamental analysis, and your sentiment. Carry all these three parts of your trading career into consideration. Now, when you put all these things into consideration with your demo account, it is easy for you to migrate into your live account and then you start making money easily. And then time is running, and I wanted to talk about stop loss. I already hit into it. You have to debunk a lot of things. And we always tell people, but this one is specifically, I used to keep them for my students, but I don't mind sharing it to you people that like I said before, that most of the people that are frustrated in forex trading are actually frustrated with their stop loss. That is because the risk reward ratio that you were being taught, is kind of a myth. Now, I will call it a myth in the sense that you have to be very, very careful, study risk management very well. Now, but the risk management that you are using in your trade should be as a result of what you are trading with. Know your trading methods, your trading style, know your analysis. However, whatever strategy you're using to trade, how does it work? What accuracy does it gives you? How does it, what is the possible pullback you can get? These are the things that forms your risk reward ratio. But some of you are using strategies that for people that use ICT, trade ICT, I told you there are a lot of trading strategies. I know some of these things and point of interest. I can teach people one of those things. Those are very good strategies that gives you sniper entries. So if you're trading with that kind of sniper entries, it's easy for you to work with all those 1:3 risk reward ratio and all those things. But if you know you're using a kind of strategy that can give you entries in the middle of a trade and all those kind of things that you can join a trend, because most of us are trading breakouts. We are waiting for the trend to reverse and immediately we start spotting the signs. We take a sniper entry. Sometimes it's not a sniper entry, we are entering at a pullback, so we want to enter with the momentum. Now that's very fine, but you have to build your risk reward ratio. Know how you set your stop loss. There are some of you that your stop loss, your risk reward ratio should be 1:1.5. depending on what you're trading with, depending on how your trading style is. Some people, your risk reward ratio should be 1:2. So it's not compulsory that your risk reward ratio must be 1:3. That is why, and that is one of the reasons why most of you are using very tight stop loss. There are sometimes we trade and our risk reward ratio is 1:1. So when you know the accuracy of your analysis on your trading strategy, this is what is going to inform you to be able to work on yourself. You create your own risk management plan that conforms to how your trading strategy is. Don't just pick up a random risk reward, because people have how they trade, they have different methods, they have what is working for them. So you can't just come and pick up my own risk management plan and begin to use it with your own trading analysis. You're going to enjoy yourself. I don't know if people get what I'm saying. So I've talked about brokers, manipulation, how they work. I've talked about how they make money from commissions, their spread. Talk about how they execute your trade, the opposite of what you do because of the statistics on ground for them to make money. I also talk about how most of them go as far as even manipulating. Now, for those of you that are in this Telegram channel and then you're not in our WhatsApp group, I don't know how you got here actually, because the idea we just brought up this Telegram channel purposely for the intent of this training. So there are a lot of things we don't really communicate here. We are very active in the WhatsApp channel. Maybe anybody can volunteer to drop the link. Any of the admin or anybody can drop the WhatsApp link there in the Telegram group for you people to join. That is if you are not coming from the WhatsApp channel, because the invite was actually for King's Forex members, those coming from the WhatsApp channel. So make sure to use the link, because most of these things I'm saying is easier for members of King's Forex, because we have been talking about it. I've even been doing practical illustration, and I wasn't ready for a video session and sharing of screen tonight. If not, I would have shared my screen and I would have showed you a lot of things. But I just wanted this to just be a talking session where we just talk. I'm going to open the group shortly for questions and answers, because it's about an hour already. So, and we show. So for those of you in from King's Forest, you already know what I'm talking about. I showed you people an illustration of how these people manipulate their brokers, and we are going to do a detailed illustration with different brokers. You are going to see different prices. You think all the brokers respect prices, but that is fallacy. It's not the truth. There are some brokers that even close at different prices. I told you about some of them that can even have candlesticks formation. So if you are somebody that trades pure candlesticks and formation and patterns, you need to be very, very intelligent and smart. You can't just work with one broker and you just want to be accurate. Or let's say you have to test run with different brokers and see which of them. Because even our trading strategy, we have a particular broker that we use that the strategy works best. We get first the signals we get with our strategy comes first from that broker before we see it in most other brokers. So when we take it there, we already execute it. But we don't trade with that broker. But our strategy fits the most because of the spread. So when we get the entry, we confirm it with this other one and then we execute. So these are the things, these are little things that they might sound very little, but like I said, the topic of this thing is secret and code. These are things that you don't hear in your normal forex classes. Some of you all through your forex learning, forex tutorials, and all those things, you have not heard anything like this. And these are the hidden things, the things on the ground that are eating your money, that are eating your funds. You can study all this thing in the world, but if you don't know these things, if you don't know how your brokers work, you don't know how the market, you don't know these little things I'm telling you, you're gonna waste a lot of money. You don't know how your brokers pay influencers. There are a lot of people that are influencing, teaching, doing forex classes that don't know anything about forex. They just come in, put up some things, and people go there, you learn all those things, and you come in, you start trading. Register with some brokers. They have trading materials. ABS has forex trading materials. Most of them have. So I used to wonder, go through all those materials and tell me how those materials can build you to actually start trading and making profits. Some of you started trading with synthetics. You just there was that was one of the reasons why we had to reshuffle and change a lot of things about how we operated, because we had some people coming into our signal channel. They say they want to trade, they paid and they subscribe for signals. And these people come in and then they have issues setting stop loss. They can't even set stop loss for their trade. So I had to, no, we don't do all this kind of stuff. We are not after your money. We want you people to make money. And with this new plan on ground, we want you people to be independent traders. We want everybody in King's Forex to be an independent trader that is making money off the forex market by himself. Each. So that is the plan now. So we saw a lot of things, and we saw that a lot of people are just being lured into forex trading by junks, getting a lot of junks online. And this is how your brokers make money. So you have to be very smart in choosing your mentor. Don't be reading, studying random stuff. A lot of people have different trading strategies, different trading techniques. If you have somebody that is doing well, that you want to learn from the person, let the person mentor you. That's why we don't accept people from any level again. The $500 that you people are saying is too much for a strategy. The reason why we are naming it strategy is because we cannot teach you anything in Forex, teach you everything. At the end of the day, we did not teach you our trading strategy because that is what is making us the money. So, but at the same time, we cannot just pick you up and then we start teaching you our forex strategy because some of you learn forex and with different people, different ways. We don't know how you got into the system. So, for anybody coming in, we start from the basics. These things that I'm teaching you now, I teach them to my students. I teach them when they come. We bring them up, starting from the scratch. We tell them all the secrets and then teach them the advanced, teach them price action, support and resistance, and then we introduce the strategy. It's still inside that 500 naira, $500. We're gonna get you a prop firm account of $5,000. Some of you here know what is a prop firm. We're gonna get you a prop firm account of $5,000, and then we're gonna help you pass the evaluation phase, and you start making money. Forex is that simple, but you just have to shorten your journey. Some of you will keep blowing your account and keep blowing your account, but you don't want to pay for classes, you don't want to pay for training. But you have to do the right thing. That is just it. We know how much, we know the sacrifice that we took before we got to where we are today. So you can't skip that process. So that is how it is. You have to follow them tutelage, you get trained, and then you have to realize that forex trading is not this thing, bet Niger, it's not all this, it's not casino, it's not all these betting platforms where you go with 100 naira and you want to win so amount of money. If you want to last long in the forex market and you want to make things easier for you, you have to realize that everything is very easy because the opportunities in forex you can't get it anywhere. There are prop firms, there are people that give you very huge capital to trade. Stop struggling with $50. Stop struggling with $100. Some of you are funding $50, $20 to trade. You're putting yourself inside a deep hole. You're struggling too much. Get a prop firm account. They are very good one. I recommend them to my students. Immediately I finish teaching them. Once they are done learning the strategy and they are perfected, the next thing is I get them a forex and prop firm account. From that their money, I get it myself, register it and give it to you, and then you start trading and start making money. It at least minimum is $5,000. So you're gonna see how relief is gonna be. It's gonna be easy for you to do your risk management and make your money. So these are the secrets, these are the codes. There are a lot of things we could talk about, but because of time, I want to be ending now so that I can give people opportunity to ask questions. Let's just hope that somehow, someday, we might have a session like this. But what we'll be doing more is going to be like we'll start a real training session where I told you, like, let's assume the next class, one of the admins we'll be teaching you how to read fundamental analysis from the site, how to apply that to your trade. When we'll carry the beginners along, teach you some stuff. And for it's going to be practical sessions from henceforth. But we're just going to pray that hopefully we could have another session like this because there are a lot of secrets, there are a lot of things that are hidden in the forex market that people don't know. That's why you see your analysis can be perfect. You do your analysis where and you do things where, but sometimes you can't just know what is the reason why you're always running at losses. There are very tiny things that you're overlooking. So I'll be stopping here. I hope you guys learned so much, so much. I was able to pour out a lot of things that even some of the things I said I was going to withhold, I was not going to talk about. I didn't know when I started talking about it, but it's well, sure. So that is it. I'm going to be Anybody that want to ask question, like I said, just signify. I'm gonna permit you to speak, and then you can ask your question. I can see some people hands already. Chris and who again? Chico's here. Just signify. I have unmuted you, so let's ask questions in the next couple of minutes, and then we call it a night.
Well done, sir.
Okay, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you. Thank you so much. Like, the class is so enlightening and straightforward, easy to understand. Before I know
Yes.
some brokers don't manipulate it. Like the spread, I know about the spread, but I don't notice up to candlestick formation price. But this is so good. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome.
Please, I have two questions. One is off uh, the class. One is off the
Okay.
class. But my first question is, you said if you want to practice, I have I have SNS. I'm using SNS. Though I'm using
Okay.
the Cent. I'm using the Cent account. So
Okay.
the thing is not working well for me, so I have to just drop it. And I register prop firm FTMO. So I'm using the
Okay.
demo, the five
Okay.
thousand dollar demo. But you said we should try to use what we can afford uh, to to fund our account with. And I that 5,000 account is way a little bit high, and it's demo. Should I just stop using the prop firm, the 5,000 dollar accounts, and go back to the real Saints account I'm running to practice more, or I should continue using the prop firm? And that's one. The other question
So,
is off
um,
is off record. Is off record. I saw some people saying uh,
okay.
to in the process of learning that there are some buy and sell bots like robots in forex.
Okay.
Is it advisable to use bots like bots to use bots in trading, or it's not advisable? Thank you.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. These are very wonderful questions, and let's all pay attention so that your every question we're asking here is part of the learning class. So some of you also will be learning a lot from the questions that people be asking. Okay. First of all, you asked about the prop firm you are using, whether you should continue or not. The prop firm is the particular account you're trading now.
Yes,
A prop firm is an evaluation account, right? So
I
they will not
yes
just
under
yes, yes, they won't give you a live account at first. They'll first give
yes
you a demo account. So
try
it is after yes, after you have been able to pass their terms and conditions, you have met your target, they are going to give you a live account. So you get.
yes
So that one is nice. You can't stop it because you subscribe for it. But the thing is that before what I would have advised before you would have gone to get the account, the 5,000, because before you would have gone to get the $5,000 account from FTMO to trade, you would have first practice with a neutral account, like a demo account, $5,000. Practice how to meet that target first. So if you were able to meet that target severally, like 2 or 3 times on a normal demo account, then you would have gone to get the profit account, because the truth of the matter is whether you are the account they are giving to you now is a demo account, you are trading it as a live account, because this is what is going to determine whether you're going to get the real life account. So you have to take it serious. Sure, you understand?
yes
So you don't have to drop the account. You just have to do your best. Do your best. And I believe before you would have gotten to the point of getting a problem account, you would have mastered your trading skills and a lot of things. So what you just need now is to just do your best. Now, if at the end of the day you tried and then you were not able to meet up, you did not pass, you don't need to choke yourself up, don't kill yourself. Just go back, create a neutral demo account. Since you want to start with $5,000, be practicing with $5,000. Be practicing your risk management and everything. And then when you're done, you can go back to the this thing to the demo account. to the FTMO. You keep trying until you make it. I hope I've answered the first question.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so then for the second question. Now the second question is the thing is that it's a bit technical, but the thing is that I'll say 90%, because we this trading now, there are statistics, there are things that work. Now during the training, I told you guys that trading has to do with your technical analysis, has to do with your fundamental analysis, and then it has to do with your this thing and your sentiment analysis, which is your psychological analysis. Now, if robots, you have to understand how all these bots work. Now, these bots they work with a high level of intelligence. So you get they work with intelligence, so they try to predict the market due to the data that is being imputed to them. So they use that high intelligence and they try to predict the market. But you have to understand that the forex market is not necessarily just a market for just intelligence. If it was a market for intelligence, that means people like all these Elon Musk, these guys that are top financial gurus, all these big institutions, they would have ripped off all the profits in the forex market. So you understand? So you have to be able to combine your intelligence, which is the your analysis, both technical and fundamental, with your psychological analysis. So someone like me, the reason I will never believe in bots, I know I have a lot of guys around me that have used bots a couple of times and they actually made profit. They made some money, but over the while, like a bit, and on the long run, they began to lose money. Share you get, and I'll explain how that thing works. Now, it can be the bots can be making you profit in a particular season, because there's a way the forest market works that people don't understand. The forest market has seasons, it has times. I talk about brokers manipulation, and even fundamentals has their role to play in the forest market. So there are sometimes that even our trading strategy, we can be trading every day. In a day, we can have multiple entries, take 3 trades. The strategy is always coming. We're always making money. But there are times that we begin to spot that the things are not always aligning so well. That is the moment we begin to stay off the market. So you get. So the algorithm that a bot is working with, if it comes at a particular time and meets the market in a particular mood, it can make you some profits that period. But over the long run, because the market is not fixed, it's going to change. Some fundamentals, some things will come in, and even some brokers that manipulate prices, they will do their stuff, and then this bot is working with a kind of fixed intelligence. Say you get, and because of that, at the end of the day, you can begin to run in losses. If you, I don't know if any of you here knew of IPC, IPC robots and bots and all those. There were some bots that came out earlier this year, and some persons around me, they subscribed, they bought it, and at the beginning they were making money. One was making about $8 weekly, and sorry, 8% weekly, and some stuff. But down the line, the thing crash. Sure you get. So I don't really have any. I personally, I'm just being personal about it because I cannot speak for everybody. I told you that forex is about what works for you as long as you're making money. So if there's anybody out there that is actually genuine that you can meet, that you know that this person has a bot that is actually printing the money. If I even see it, I'll look for the person. But for now, I don't believe in bots. Most of the people that are selling bots on WhatsApp, selling them on social media, those people are marketers. They are just making money, deceiving gullible people. So, as somebody that is trying to build a sound career in forex trading, I'll tell you to just do away with bots. You don't need them. If you know what you're trading, you have good analysis, you have good strategy, and you know how to do your risk management. You will know that bots cannot take some decisions for you, because there are some trades that will not definitely just go straight in your direction. So I don't recommend bots. I don't support bots. But let's just see, hope that maybe there could be somebody out there that has a very powerful bot. But if there was somebody like that, I think a lot of persons now would have gotten to know of that kind of powerful bot. So another person can ask a question.
Yes, sir. Please.
Okay. Who's
Oh,
speaking?
please. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm the. Yeah, please. Uh, you have answered my question. Thank you so much. Please, but
Okay. You're welcome.
at the end of the section, please, I would love, or we would love you to chip in how to be consistent. Like me personally, I want to be consistent in my practice training because I won't like to. Social media is taking much of my time, so I don't know if you have any tips to help how to be
Uh,
consistent.
Maybe we could talk about that some other time. But the thing
All
about
right, sir.
business forex is like is a business. You understand? The people, a lot of people see it as something they just come in to make money. So once they come in and the money is not coming, they just leave it and they abandon it. I'm somebody that if I want to count my days and count my time on the screen, like majority of my time has always been on the chat. And like I once said in the group, I hope you're in the WhatsApp group now. In the WhatsApp group. So I said that there are a lot of things you're going to learn in this forex market and you're going to learn them purely from experience. Purely from experience. And most of the things you will not be taught. Most of the things I taught people today, I did not learn it from anybody. Nobody showed me. I told you how we came to realize and to see that brokers were manipulating even candlesticks. It was when we started trading with different brokers at the same time, taking same trades. So most of these things you come to learn them by experience. So you have to build that discipline. If you know that this is something that you want to do for a lifetime, Forex is not a get rich quick scheme and quick scheme, but it's something that has the capacity to make you very, very rich and very, very wealthy. So you can I believe that if you give it all it takes, put in all your energy, it is always worth it. It is worth any commitment that you can give to it. So the key word there is discipline. You just have to discipline yourself and manage your time, set your priorities, and know what to give your attention and time to. So any other person that wants to speak, just let me know, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
I'll grant you the question.
yeah. Good evening, sir. I really
Okay.
appreciate your commitment in this group. Please, is it cool to make analysis on trading view and execute the market on other broker accounts?
Yeah, and it is very good if but what you have to do, like I said before, as you do your analysis on trading view, now you have to check check the correlation between that trading view and the particular broker that you want to be doing the execution. I know a lot of guys do love trading view. I'm not really a fan of trading view though, but if you are used to trading view and you love using it, so you do your analysis on the trading view. It's very cool. You have access to tools and advanced stuff that you use. But the broker that you want to execute it, you have to do due diligence. Check all through the time frame. Most of these things you start noticing them mostly from the 4 hour time frame, especially those candlesticks or alterations. So check all through the time frames, be checking the price, check if everything aligns. And if it aligns with that particular broker, then you're good to go. Or even if it does not align, you know how to be adjusting your entries. So that is it.
Okay.
So is there any other person that wants to ask a question? So we will be rounding up. Okay, are they team?
And one more thing, you mentioned broker execution when you started this class. Please, I would like
Okay.
you to go back to the execution. Let me just put down something
No,
here.
we can't. I can't talk about that now. It's a very that's maybe we're gonna have a different class for it because it's a very broad topic. Like it's supposed to be a different, like a standalone training on its own for you to know how your broker. I was just trying to brush things for to let people know how the broker works, but maybe some other time we can elaborate on that and then we'll see how possible you people can get a repeat of this training so you can go through it. So let's take another question.
Uh, Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Benedict.
Thank you for the class.
Benedict. Okay.
I want
You're welcome.
I want to ask whether which broker is best that you recommend we should use, and the best amount to invest in the market.
And that is what I just talked about. Um, I answered this question in the WhatsApp group. Personally, I trade with um FBS. I recommend FBS. SNES is still good, and then Hot Forex is still good. But I personally recommend FBS. But like I said earlier, concerning amounts to invest, there's a way I work with my students, the people that we train. We don't, I don't give them, I don't allow them to come in and start putting $100, $200 in the market. Now, those things are very good, but at the same time, there are opportunities in the forex market that people should tap into. These are things you can't see anywhere. You don't see them in the crypto space, you don't see them in stocks, you don't see them in commodities. Forex is one of the platforms that gives you access. Profits give you can get up to $200,000 account for a very chicken change with a prop ten to trade with. So
Okay.
why kill yourself and funding $50 and $100? Use it to get a large account and you trade very comfortably with it. I think I'm okay with that.
Yes.
So that's best.
Okay. Thank you.
So, all right, you're welcome.
Good
So,
evening, sir.
okay, good evening. Who's speaking?
Good evening, sir. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing very fine.
Thanks for
Thank
this
you.
training. Really
All
appreciate
right,
this training tonight.
you're welcome.
Um,
You're welcome.
mine is just compliment, and then I will just ask maybe one or two questions.
Okay.
I would just like to know, sir. Maybe this is not the right question, but I just want to ask. Um,
Okay.
like, how many years have you started training for us? Just for us to know
And there's
what
no
we are
problem.
into.
Yeah, personally, I started learning forex during the lockdown. That was when I started learning forex, and I started learning forex as a student. But King's Forex officially started operation the following year, by January 2021. That's why if you check this Telegram channel, if you go through the media, the post, you're gonna see that it backdates up to like February or so. So we started running in Signal channels since January 2021, and there are some persons in that WhatsApp group that has been with us since then. I think Christian is one of them. There are a lot of them too that are there. But we changed our method of operation. Like I told you before, there's a way we were working. People subscribe for VIP channel and other things. But we want a system now where we are not just giving people signal to trade. We want people to raise people that will be independent traders, because a time is going to come where I'm not going to be having time for all this stuff. A lot of us, I'm not just
Okay.
giving myself to forex. I like to engage myself in a lot of other things. So a time will come where I will not have time to be dropping signals. So we want to raise independent traders, people that can trade the forex market on their own. So we just changed our method of operation. We created a new group and we started something new. But Kings Forex has been existing from January 2021.
Okay,
All
I
right,
have a
so
Thank you
question.
so much.
okay,
Okay, my question is that
I have a question.
okay, let's hear from
okay, my
Fine
question.
Man.
Okay,
Okay,
Yeah,
good
good
evening, sir.
evening.
So my question is about the reef. Do they actually regulate the synthetic indices?
And synthetic indices is like the trading, like the reefs are the owners of synthetic indices. That's why you cannot see it with any other broker. It's just like your base Niger, they have what they call visual. Are you
Yeah,
hearing me? So that
sure.
visual is
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
belongs to base Niger. They are the ones in charge of the computer program. They are the ones regulating everything about it. So that is how synthetic is for. The reefs, they are the owners, they are the ones. And before, when we started trading forex, things like all those jump, they were not there. They added them recently, I think this year or late last year or so. So they are the peculiar owners of synthetics. So they can do anything to it. That's the truth. That's the truth. They can run the program, do it anyhow they want. It is an opportunity for you to make money and also lose money. So that is how Derek works.
Okay, my question is that
Okay, thank you, sir. But I also have another question.
Okay. Okay.
So, hello.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hello.
my
Please
question
let's
is,
be
I just have this. I have this particular interest the most in synthetic indices than the currency market, and I've been trying to put my mind more into the currency market, but it seems as if the thing is not even entering my head at all.
there's a
So
truth.
I've been wondering, but
There's a truth about synthetics that I came to understand. If you're somebody that started your trading career with synthetics, the truth is that it will be difficult for you to switch to currency because I trade both of them and I understand the difference. Sometimes currency markets can be very boring because it's always sluggish and a lot of things. That is why I also trade synthetics, even though I trade very huge profit
exactly.
accounts in currencies. But the thing is that if you are a beginning trader, you have to force yourself, discipline yourself to start with currency because currency gives you so much advantage. So much advantage. You have to, that is when you even learn to work on your psychological analysis because that's where you learn patience. You see that the currency market is slower than the synthetic market. So you have to be patient most of the time, waiting for this and this to happen. So I do recommend synthetics. People should trade synthetics. It's a very sweet, fast market that you can actually make a lot of money. But if you are just a beginner and you're trying and you're starting with synthetic, it's going to be very, very difficult because you have not built solid finance that you can actually be able to get yourself, let's say, a very good capital to trade with. So if you have been trading prop firms account in synthetics, you have made so much profit, then you can start sparing out some money and then you put it into the reef and you can also be making money from there. But either ways, if you know that you can put your discipline, your risk management, and you can go with synthetics, then it's fine. It's the same analysis that you do on currency, the same way you read your chart, everything. You just have to be able to be disciplined, your risk management, and then you control your be able to work with the volatility because synthetics is way more volatile than the normal currency pair. All
Yeah,
right, so
sure.
let's
Thank you
allow
very much, sir.
all right, you're highly welcome. Somebody wanted to speak, so we should be ending this question and answer session in the next couple of minutes. Where's Francis? I saw Francis before. He wanted to speak. I think it's up. So I think there are no more questions, right? I'm not seeing any hands. Nobody is asking questions. Wisdom, Charles. Okay. So wisdom, you can ask your question. I've unmuted you. Hello, Mr. Wisdom, you can ask your question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you muted the wrong person.
Good.
Okay, who wanted to speak before?
Hello, can you hear me?
I'm hearing you, Mr. Wisdom.
Okay, network is really an issue. Sorry for that.
Okay, okay.
What I wanted to have while I was thinking of it, the thing just escaped.
Okay, no problem. You're
Sorry,
okay.
maybe later.
What is gonna happen? Just if you have more questions, I want to assume that every one of you is in the WhatsApp channel. Please don't really be very comfortable and relaxed dropping your questions in the Telegram channel because it's not really an active community. We only use it for the purposes of training. So if you are not in the WhatsApp channel, make a request. Anybody who volunteer, drop the group link there. Join us in the WhatsApp channel. If you have any questions, and you can drop it there and then anybody. Is a very active community. A lot of persons, they both expert, both professional, veterans, amateurs. Maybe it's a community for everybody that wants to thrive and make it in the Forex market. So we are looking forward to your questions. So you can come there, drop your questions, voice note, text message, and we are going to attend to every one of you. So thank you so much for being part and parcel of this program. Thank you for making this training wonderful. I love you guys, and trust me, we know very well. A lot of you people have messaged us. Now, let me also talk about this. And we know that the $500 is kind of high, that most of you will not be able to raise the money. So we are doing our best. We are working at the background to see how we can teach people. The thing is that value is one of the principles that helps people to make it and to be successful. So we can start teaching us our strategy for free. That same strategy, there are people in our VIP channel now that got it for $1,000. There are some people that got it $500. Some got it more. Some even there were people that started by subscribing for our signals, and they were always subscribing until they raise money to buy the strategy. So we can't just come now and we start giving out free. We are going to be it's not going to be fair on their own part. It's not going to be fair by us. So we are trying as much as possible to see how we can carry you along. But then people have to make the moves. They have to be proactive. Some people have come message us, I have $200, I have $300. Now, if you are one of those people, just let us know. We are working on something. If we can see how we can put up to 2, 3 people at once, we will take the $500 and we'll start enrolling them. But then we are going to discuss on how we are going to handle the prop trading account for them, because we will not be getting it for the 3 different persons. So maybe we'll get one, and one of them that is going to be an expert trader is going to manage it on behalf of the others. But whatever you're doing, just take the initiative and take the action. We are there to mentor you. We are there to train you, teach you our trading strategy. The goal of everybody that is trading forex is to make money. Forget about whatever anybody will tell you. Forex is business. Any business that somebody is doing, the goal is always to make profit. So the reason why most of you are coming to forex now, we know, is because you want to make money. So we want to see how we can try as much as possible to help you to be independent traders, and then we make this money together. So I'm happy that you people did your best to participate in this training. And for all the Man U fans in the house, please, we are extending our heartfelt condolence and sincere. We feel your pain, and we just will help you to pray that someday along the line that Man U is going to become a better team in Jesus' name. So thank you all. It's been an amazing experience with you guys. So we are calling it a night. Ask, drop your questions in the group, and we are going to attend to you. Christian, you're coming late. What do you want to do? You want to pray closing prayer for us? I've unmuted you. Christian. Christian.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we are hearing you. We are hearing you.
Huh?
Yes, we are hearing you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we are hearing you.
Hello.
We are hearing you, Christian.
Hello.
We are hearing you, Christian.
Hello. You can hear me?
Yes. We are hearing you.
Hello.
We are
Speak
hearing
up
you,
now,
Christian.
Christian.
Hello.
Speak up. We are hearing you. We are hearing you.
I think network is bad from your side. We can just end the class.
Okay, so we'll be ending the class. So drop your questions, your suggestion, anything you want to say, drop it in the group, and then we are going to attend to your questions. We are going to attend to your suggestions, everything you want to say. So thank you all for making this training a wonderful experience. God is going to bless every one of you, and we are all going to make it in the Forex market together. Thank you. So you can exit. You can leave the meeting.